Information is everywhere, but it rarely starts out clean. Today's business data is scattered across relational databases, loose flat files, cloud storage, and legacy on-premises servers. Traditionally, to extract, transform, and load, or ETL, this data, engineers had to funnel all that raw information through a narrow bottleneck of manual coding. This creates a rigid system. Data engineers spend their days writing and rewriting repetitive extraction scripts, while data analysts are stuck waiting on the other side for usable numbers. Microsoft Fabric approaches this problem with Dataflows Gen2. Instead of relying on handwritten scripts, Dataflows Gen2 functions as a cloud-based, low-code ETL tool. It takes the abstract process of data preparation and turns it into a visual interface. By moving away from a strictly code-based workflow, teams can standardize their information upstream. Users can build clean, reusable semantic models that everyone in the business can understand without having to write any code. The process starts in the extract phase. Dataflows Gen2 support a massive array of native connectors, grabbing data from Azure SQL databases, local Excel files, from SharePoint lists, and Fabric lakehouses. All of these disparate sources are pulled into a single location, called the Queries pane. This acts as the unified starting block for your data. From there, we move to the transform phase, powered by the Power Query online interface. This is where the core logic is built. Within this interface, the diagram view provides a bird's-eye look at your data's journey. You can actually see the information flowing from its origin, splitting paths to undergo different transformations, and finally merging back together. Users can map out complex connections and build branching transformations visually. You don't have to read through hundreds of lines of scripts to understand how the data is being manipulated. To verify that logic, you use the Data Preview pane. This pane displays a small subset of your actual data. When you drop a column or filter a row, you instantly see the result. This real-time feedback eliminates the cycle of writing code, running a test, and waiting to see if it worked. You move from mapping a transformation to validating it in the same interface. Every action you take is tracked in the Query Settings pane under a list called Applied Steps. As you execute complex maneuvers, whether you filter out specific rows, pivot your columns, or create conditional splits, the system automatically records each action as a discrete chronological step. And while the environment is low-code, nothing is locked away. Power users can always open the advanced editor to view, tweak, or edit the underlying M code directly. Once the logic is set, we reach the final load phase using the Data Destination feature. This determines where your newly transformed data will live. You can route it into specific Fabric data stores, like a lakehouse or a warehouse, a SQL database, or a KQL database. The data destination acts as the finish line for the ETL journey. It ensures that once your data is purified, it is automatically deposited into a centralized environment where the rest of the business can actually use it. But data flows don't operate in a vacuum. In Microsoft Fabric, they can be integrated directly into data pipelines. A pipeline acts as a sequence of activities. When a data flow finishes loading its clean data, that exact moment can be used as a trigger. It automatically triggers a subsequent script to run, or sends a notification to the team. By defining this control flow logic, teams remove the need for manual execution, automating the entire data refresh process on a precise schedule. Because a single data flow can serve multiple analysts and downstream reports, you only hit the raw data source once. This single point of entry replaces the need for every individual analyst to run their own separate queries against the original database. This ecosystem successfully shields end users from the complex reality of the original raw data sources. Data analysts no longer have to wait on engineering backlogs. They receive clean, standardized semantic models that are immediately ready for Power BI report development. Dataflows Gen2 shift the work of data ingestion from manual script writing to a visual, managed process. By standardizing the flow of information before it ever hits a report, the entire organization moves from raw data to insights faster.